Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about regionals in itself. So currently it's November 11th, and in 4 days we're going to be headed down to San Diego, and the day after, meet is going to start. It's going to be real exciting. Finally, we'll get to get the place to race fast and have fun. But before we get into that, we're going to be talking about a couple things. So if you look outside today, yeah, it's raining. It's been raining outside, which is good for California, but it's not particularly good for, as a swimmer if you're in outdoor meet because then it gets cold. And if you're staying still, you're gonna get cold, and when you're cold, you don't perform well, and that's not a great thing. But California kind of needs the rain. Well, at least I get. But then, good news is at least it's not going to rain during the meet, which is this weekend, as you can see. But it's going to be kind of cold because, as you can see, it's like almost 70 degrees now, and it's going to be like down to highs of low 60s, and probably even colder because our meet is in the morning. So you can see, it's probably not going to be the best kind of weather. But that's honestly kind of expected. You deal with a lot of that, California, especially when the bulk of the season's in winter, when it's like constantly raining. Yeah, not great. But anyways, after that, we're gonna be getting into my events. So this year at regionals, I'm kind of throwing a little toss up. I'm doing 50 fly, one fly, two fly, and 100 backstroke. And and honestly, the big deal with this is one, to make finals, and two, to get these national qualifying times. As you can see, on the top I listed my time, and on the bottom I listed the national qualifying time. So let's get started. Let's go through all the events I'm going to be swimming. Well, and then there's also two extra relays, which hopefully I'll be able to swim, given that I perform at least decently well in prelims, especially on the 50 fly. You know, yeah. So let's go through all the events that I'm planning on swimming. So in fly, there's a 50, 100, 200, and then there's the 100 backstroke. In the 200 fly, so let's start with the 50. In 50, my best time is a 25:00. Yes, that was really disappointing. I wanted to go under that 25 so badly, like literally, and then I just went 25:00. Fortunately, I made the nationals cut last year, even though I kind of sucked at it the rest of the year. And but that's beside the point. The idea of the thing about the 50, in my opinion, is that like you have to have a fast rate, but you don't. But if you pull super fast, what happens is you don't quite have the strength to pull straight back. You always want to pull straight back, not like a squiggly line. And when you try to pull that fast, you end up doing kind of a squiggly line, and then with that squiggly line, that means you're traveling more distance, and that means your stroke rate is actually not going much faster than it would be if you just slow down a little and actually pull the water back. So that's one big thing to think about in 50s and 50s. And this is why sometimes swimmers will go out faster in their 100 than they will swim their actual 50, because in a 50 sometimes you swim with too high of a rate, and it causes slippage, which you don't want. So I'm like point 0.3 from the cut. Hopefully I can at least get there. If not, hopefully I'll at least get close. We'll see what happens there. But anyways, let's move on to the next event, which is the 100. Honestly, I'll say out of the three, the 50, the 100, and the 200, my favorite one's 100, because the 100 is like just short enough that I don't actually die like I do in the 200 fly, but it's also not also long enough so I don't like all out sprint and like screw up my technique like I probably could in the 50. So we're gonna be talking about the 100. My time here from nationals, is actually faster than the NQT this time, but we'll see if I how I actually do, because a lot of swim, because I don't know if I'm actually going to hit this time like that right now. But you gotta believe in yourself and just say you can. The path I see that myself doing this, we're going to be talking about splits and how I could possibly hit these such times. It'd be having to go out in like 25.5 and then coming back in like 29 or something along these lines. Yeah. Yeah, so basically that means I have to go out faster in my actual fastest opening time, which is a 25.9. I'm gonna have to be going out 25.5, and then I'm gonna have to finish in a time that's not too fast. That's not like much. Well, no, I'm gonna have to finish like not without like absolutely dying. Because sometimes when people go on 25.5, they end up coming back at 30, and you don't want to do that. For me, I want to come back in like 29 or something. So so then I end up swimming the race well. The thing about the one fly though is I'm not unfortunately not going to be able to swim in finals, and the reasoning behind this is right after the one fly I'm going to be getting back because I have work to do. As much as I would love to stay for finals, I'm unfortunately not able to do that this year because I actually care about education, and Sunday finals means you have to come back the next day. I'm like, no, I can't do that unfortunately. So we're just gonna be swimming that once, and then it's all done after that day. Oh, why did I do that? No, I have to click the move button. Why is your design so bad? I don't know. But now that we got past the one fly, we're gonna be talking about the bad boy, which is called the two fly. Yeah. So the two fly, I've been able to get when I back in high school. I've been able to get within a second of the actual cut, which is making me think I could possibly hit this 206 right here. However, the thing is, on one hand, it's like my endurance has gotten worse, but on the other hand, it's also like I've gone faster at the 100, which means I can probably open my race faster than I did back when I was in high school. So I'm hoping that because I can open my race faster, I can at least close. If I can close as fast as I did back then in high school, I feel like I should theoretically be able to hit such a cut. And so what 206.89 means? That means I have to keep go. I'll have to probably be swimming something like this. Yeah. So what? So yeah, I'll have to be able to be going out in like 58 and second halving in 108. The path would be something like this, and then the second half would be something like that. Yeah. Yeah. As you can see, normally like even back when I was in shape, I oftentimes like slowed down, got progressively slower throughout the 50s. The idea of the 200s, you don't want to get that much slower. You can kind of mitigate that by like underwaters or something, or you can just try to go out a little easier and try to relax when you're swimming. Yeah, that's like another thing with fly. Like you want to stay relaxed at the beginning, especially for 200. Somewhat for 100, you can maybe get away, but like in the 200, you really want to stay relaxed and just kind of like flow over the water, because like if you go out too fast, if you stay tense, then like you're gonna get tight and you're gonna start like swimming like that, very choppy versus like that, which is how you want to swim. So so hopefully I can go out faster. I remember my splits back when I swam my PB. It was like 59 and 108 high. Yeah. So I'm thinking if I can like bring my first half out quite a bit faster and keep my second half kind of to roughly where I was back then. High school, I feel like this cut should hopefully be manageable. What sucks about that event though is it's the first thing I have to swim in the morning, which is not fun. Why do I have to be the first event? I don't know, but that's kind of what we do. No complaints. We just kind of go, and yeah. The fourth event I'm going to be talking about. Why do I keep clicking that? Is is a wild horse, the 100 backstroke. Why start swimming backstroke? Because I can fly back together. I feel like they kind of come. These two strokes kind of come together in some ways because I don't know why. There's this guy named Josh who's literally like a pro at both of these strokes, even though he like doesn't swim. Yeah, freestyle. I don't know. But like we got the 100 back. As you can see, I am 6 seconds from the cut. But that being said, I will say two things. First, my my 200 back. I've been able in the 200 back. I was already able to go out with like in like 64 or something. Like not much slower than my actual time here. Second of all, I feel like I've also improved my technique quite a bit. I've been able to hold consistent like 33s and like even a couple get down to a couple 32s in my 100 backstroke. I know in like 50 backstroke reps, I've been able to do quite a decent amount of 33s. So that means so to me, I feel like I can at least get somewhere near this time of 63. 7, I feel like I could probably like, and I've also gone 64 like in practice without even using actual dive, actual start. So I feel like I can at least, and I also circle swim like hell. Like I think I ran into another person's lane. So I feel like I can at least go faster than this cut this time over here. Hopefully I can at least go like a 62. Perhaps we'll even go faster than 62, like 61 or maybe even under 60, which would be a really nice target. To go under 60, I feel like the two things I'm gonna have to do is 29 out and 31 back. Honestly, I myself, if you will see my race, I'm not the biggest underwater person. Like I don't go halfway off each wall. I'll probably go a little past like 7 meters, but I'm not going that far off each wall. So that means I'm gonna probably have to rely somewhat on my stroke tempo, on my stroke rate, to be near like 90 strokes or so a minute. Probably around 80 something. I'll have to probably like increase my stroke rate to compensate for the fact that I'm not gonna be necessarily going, halfway off each wall. I don't really see myself hitting the nationals cut here. I do hope I can at least get under 60 seconds because then I could basically, because then I have like all 400s under 60 seconds. Yeah, well, breaststroke doesn't count. I don't, I'm sorry, but breaststroke does not count. Yeah. That's gonna be like the backstroke leg. Now we're just gonna be talking about relays. I feel like my two and so these relay so far I'm gonna what I know is I'm gonna be doing two medley relay, 4x1 relay. Gosh, why do I have to be there for final? Like on one hand, it's like if I didn't have to do these relays, I could probably just go out and chill. But now that I have to do these relays, on one hand it's sad, but it's like on the other hand, it's like I also I also get an opportunity to go faster, which is something I always want to do because in swimming your goal is always to go faster than you were back then. So we're going to be talking about the two medley relay. I'm going to be doing butterfly. Hopefully, I keep my position even after prelims because sometimes we're known to switch people if someone else performs better than you. So I would like to at least swim a pretty solid 50 fly down there. And yeah, hopefully I can go pretty fast, like get a nice relay start, and then I feel like I can at least get into like the low to mid 24 range or so. And then finally we got the 4x1 relay. I have a 50. My best time was a 51 mid. I remember it was from that meet at nationals where I just went out like just absolutely hammering, like just I literally just went out and started sprinting the first 50 as hard as I can, and I went like a 24-4. Yeah. And honestly, if I had a good start, probably would have been out in like 24 low or even 23 high. Like it would have been insane. But we go out, but like my goal in this relay, because I'm doing relay start, I want to at least see if I can go under 51. Yeah, if I can go under 51, so that means we're gonna probably try to be out in like 24 low, and then be back in like, yeah, we're gonna try to be out in 24 low, and then we're gonna try to be back in 26 high. Yeah, and that's kind of it for my race, for kind of my idea of how I'm going to race at regionals. Yeah, and you can see my goals are just make nationals, make regional, make finals, and just have fun because that's kind of more important than just what goes on in at most like a 2 minute race or so. I mean, we just gotta have fun. Just enjoy the time off that I'm going to have. But, anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you got to see a preview of what's gonna happen at regionals. And next up, we're going to have a vlog. Yes, you heard that right. I'm going to be vlogging regionals. And hopefully I'll get to feature other YouTubers like Willie too from Santa Clara, and a bunch of my teammates, my former teammates from high school. Anyways, thank you all, and I'll see you next time on the vlog to San Diego at regionals. Take care, everyone.